Hi, screen. Good to see many of you. I think it's like I have seen half of the ladies here before. So to some of you, my story is going to be repetition of the stories you have heard before. But bear with me. I'll try to input some more information to make it more interesting. Okay, so how many of you are here doing Atomy more than I can say 6 months? How many of you can put your hand up for doing Atomy for 6 months? Oh, so most people, okay, I know Jonathan, more than 6 months. Yes, you put two hands up. Okay, so I didn't, Jonathan, anybody who's been doing it for more than 6 months? Okay, so everybody's doing Atomy for less than 6 months. Wow, quite a journey. So before doing it at Atomy, now my life is everything turned around within Atomy. But before deciding to do Atomy or joining Atomy, I was working at a bank, and I've been there working for 8 years. And even before that, I was a furniture designer. So I had a different career, different jobs before doing it at Atomy. And I think I really never thought about myself doing it network marketing, getting involved in network marketing. But even when I was working at a bank, I had one strong desire, and I'm sure you all have the desire too. When can I retire? Can I retire soon with a great retirement plan? I think that's one of the goals that most people will have. Yes, we have to retire in a certain time, but what if there's an option that I can retire early? And there is a way that money can keep on coming into bank accounts even after I retired. Because I don't want to live a life where I depending on the pensions from the government. And while I was working at a bank, I think it's I think it's everything is meant to be to do Atomy. When I was working in a bank, I get to meet a lot of people who already create a passive income. And I already sit down with a financial planner. So I could actually plan out how much do I need to save every month for me to have my desirable retirement life. So when I ask most people who already receiving a passive income, because I get to see their financial statement, I get to see their bank account, I do know how much money they're getting in their bank account every month. I usually ask them, half of them, how they are getting their passive income, how they are getting money every month without really doing much. They can just travel the world. The one lady, she's very religious, and she go to Spain. She go to many places, many religious places, but still 10,000, 20,000 coming into her bank account. That's an amazing amount. So I got the courage to ask her, where are you getting your money from? And she said, I'm getting a rent from a real estate. I have a unit where I have several the tenants where I'm getting $2,000. Amazing. But when I think to myself, I don't have that much capital to buy the unit to get a property income. And when I ask some other people what they do have a business. But when I talk about business, it's not just a laundromat or a small grocery store. They do have a franchise. They own several restaurants, or they own a franchise. I'm talking about the McDonald's size franchise. So when they have those types of businesses, yes, they can easily travel the world. They can do anything they want. They can be any place they want, anytime they want, with anybody they want, because it doesn't matter where they are, money will be coming to their account regularly, monthly. But for me, I don't have the capital investment to buy the franchise. So to me, in order for me to really create a passive income, big question mark. But everything really turned upside down when I got introduced to product. The very first product I was introduced to, Hemohim and a skincare. So to some of you, what is this? Is it even a real product? Yes, it is a real product. This product you won't be able to see in Atomy website, because this product, this skincare set, has been upgraded to the Fame skincare set. So if anybody who says, oh, I saw the product I used before, which means you're not really new to Atomy. I meet some ladies here in Toronto when I talk about Atomy. Oh yeah, I think I've been a member before. I think I have been using a product before. Everything at past tense. And they ask me, "So, are you still doing it, Atomy? What product do you have?" When I introduce them our face skincare set or absolute skincare set, they end up asking, "Do you still have the six skincare set?" I think that's what I used it before, which means they are in an old generation. So that's the product that I was introduced and evening care set. Yes, before using Atomy skincare set, I've been using all those brand names yet you know, like Lancome, Shiseido, you name it. I've been using all those brand names, and we all have a common reasons. Why are we willing to spend that much expensive amount of money to buy those brand name skincare? Because those are the products that we usually see when we look at the magazine. And we all have a desire to become pretty and beautiful and stay young as possible. And we tend to believe, I think that's a most mindset of consumers. If we buy the product in a high price, we'll probably getting a great result. But what's the reality? I've been using all those products before Atomy ever since I turned 20, so like more than 10 years, but I haven't really seen any dramatic results. But continuously, I've been spending that money to buy those brand names. But when I got introduced to Atomy, I didn't say yes at first, even if it was my mom who introduced. It's impossible to get this product because at the time it was like $120 Canadian dollar for the whole set. I'm paying one eye cream for $120. How can this whole skincare set be $120? I know it's you. You love me, Mom. You introduced me this product, but I still have a doubt to try the product. So I wasn't really diligent on using the product. But what made me to open my eyes to this Atomy opportunity? Hemohem. It was a time that I gave birth to my second daughter. I have two lovely girls. And when I gave birth to the second daughter, I noticed that my mood system, my whole body energy has been really dropped down because I had a baby back to back. If you gave birth, you probably know what I'm talking about. So doesn't matter how your health condition before, after giving birth, everything changes. Your hormone changes, your mood changes, everything changes. But what I have noticed it after start taking Hemohem, not right away, around 2 weeks later, my energy level went back to normal. I'll be able to perform all the things that I wasn't able to perform. And after gave birth, I started having those body aches, but I noticed that the body ache has been disappeared. So that was the first experiment. That's the first experience with the Hemohem. But amazing thing happened. If it was just that experience, probably I wouldn't be crazy about Hemohem. But for me, I suffer from seasonal allergy. I know UK or European countries, they call it hay fever. I suffered for 8 years. And every year, the symptom is getting worse and worse. And as I mentioned, I work at the bank. So I need to face the customers every single day. So when my allergy season comes, even my customers, they're my regular customers, they know it already. So when they're coming with the box of Kleenex as a gift. Because for 2 weeks, I have a nonstop sneezing, nonstop body ache, teary eyes. I have to go through that for 8 years. When I visited my home doctor to ask for the cure or anything to get rid of the allergy from my system, from my body, this is one clear sentence that my home doctor has been mentioned to Eric. Once your body developed allergy, you need to live your whole life with it. If there's a cure for allergy, I'm sure that the company win millions of dollars, but nobody really found anything to cure the allergy. So your body developed a seasonal allergy, which means you have to live your whole life with it. I had it for 8 years. So to me, it's like a 2 times a year ritual thing. When I tried it Hemohem, 6 months later, it was fall when I supposed to, it's my husband usually go to buy the allergy pills. Eri, you didn't ask me to get the allergy pill this time. And I didn't have the allergy symptom. And the following spring came, which I supposed to have a really severe body ache. I skipped allergy also. If you haven't had an allergy, probably you might think that, oh, is that special? Yes. living a life without allergy, it's a paradise. So I got really curious about this product, but unfortunately, my mom really couldn't give me the detailed information about the product. She goes, Google it. That was the one thing she asked me. So I searched on Hemohim, and from that start, I'm still here doing it at Atomy. When I first searched for the Hemohim, at the time, I started taking 2013, and I started researching about it 2014. It was an early stage of Atomy business overall. Right? It's a global business, but still Atomy wasn't really expanded to many global branches, and they weren't really making any great annual sales. So not much information is to be found on the website. But what I found, Hemohim was not created for the general public. Hemohim, it's not created by the specific pharmaceutical company in Korea. If you've been joining Arjoyce meeting, or if you've been attending some of the online seminars, probably you have heard CARI, Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute. I didn't include a picture here, so I'm just going to mention the name. I get to know, oh, this Hemohim was created by Korean Atomic Energy Research Institute. Yes, I'm Korean. I born in Korea, live there for like 15, 16 years, but still I have zero information about the CARI. And when I started researching more information about it, and the CARI is government institution where they are funded by the Korean government, they're the one who's behind the creating of Hemohim. Once I figured out the whole history of a Hemohim and the ingredients, what it will do, I was amazed. But if you start Googling, what will happen? That one information leads to another information, and one information leads to another information. So you are more hooked onto those information. So you end up landing in somewhere else. My Hemohim research landed in where? You want to know where? Atomy compensation plan. I was zero interested because it's a milk marketing. That's why I said no to my mom at first. I'm sure not many people will say yes to milk marketing at first. And I was pretty okay working at a bank, and I was thinking retiring there working there till 55. I never thought about myself doing it at me, because until that time, to me, the image of milk marketing was negative. Totally negative. I haven't done milk marketing, but all the stories I hear from other people, don't do it. Don't put your money. You're going to lose all your friend. You're going to have a lot of product. You end up losing all your money. So every story I hear from the ex-milk marketer, they say it's all negative. So when I heard Atomy, it's part of milk marketing, even before searching into information, I don't want to get involved. But the amazing experience from Hemohim. I thought I'm going to live my whole life with allergy, but I'm free from allergy. The curiosity get me Google about Hemohim, and that information lead me to the compensation plan. So what made me to decide to do Atomy? First, as I mentioned, Hemohim. If I didn't have that amazing experience from Hemohim, probably I wouldn't be here at all. Doesn't matter what information shown on the website or my mom hasn't shown. Oh, sorry. If it wasn't the result of a Hemohim, no interest of doing it at me in first place. So Hemohim actually opened my eyes to search on the information, and that information lead me to find more information. So when I ask all the people who's doing it, the business, or who's owning a rental property, they need to have either huge capital or they need to do a business. But as we know, the word business comes with a risk. And I'm not that a courageous person, so I really don't want to take a risk at all. So if I have to do a business with a risk, probably I'll just be an employee for a corporation. But Atomy, as we all know, it's a business without a risk. I mean, that was a really big thing for me. And even when I share Atomy to other people, I know I'm not sharing bad information. I know eventually it will be a great information, which really can help them to change their lifestyle and which help them to live healthier. And if people who are interested, I can also help them to by sharing information, help them to create a passive income, which they can leave worrying about the financial burdens. So this is a business with no risk involved. That's what made me got into it. And online business. As I mentioned, 2014 is the time that I got interested. 2014, when you think about it, online shopping still exists. Some people were doing online shopping, but it wasn't yet popular. But one thing I believed, it's gonna be a huge business in the future. So one thing I truly understood at first, I'm not going to make a lot of money with Atomy at first, but it's going to be a great backup plan for me. Because as I mentioned, I was working at a bank already. I had a full-time job. So to me, I think I can create side business with Atomy, which can help me to retire early from my permanent job. So I think when you read a lot of business people's book, that's the one thing that you'll be reading. Before you made a certain amount of income, don't quit your full-time job. So I try to follow the pattern. So I still work at the bank, and I was still employee of the bank and decided to do Atomy because, as I mentioned, online business is going to be a huge business opportunity in the future. I want to wet my feet really early. And not only that, Atomy, it doesn't stop there. What else? Atomy is a global business. If Atomy says, Aeri, since you're living in Canada, you're only going to do business in Canada, then probably it didn't make me excited that much. I know the mentality of the Canadian people, and I know that it's not going to be that easy. But as soon as I found out Atomy is online, not only based in where I live, I can expand to many global branches. Even Atomy only expanded to 2 global branches at the time. How many global branches do we have right now? 24. It expanded to 24, and Atomy planning to open how many more countries? 80 countries. But when I started, they only opened in Singapore. No, not even Singapore. When I first joined, it was only opening Korea, Canada, USA, Japan, Taiwan. That's it. But still, somehow, I believe this company really can go global. So to me, everything was there for me to do the business. And as I mentioned, I was a mother of 2 already. And, once you have 1 child and the 2 children, you start feeling the burden on your shoulder. How I'm gonna be responsible for this girl, this beautiful kids, and I want them to live an amazing life. I want to be a mother who can provide everything whenever they want. So when I saw the compensation plan of Atomy, and when it offered, the income that you'll be creating from Atomy, it's a passive income. Yes, I like that. Not only that, you can also pass it on to 3 generations. I could really feel that my heart is pumping. It's a business where I don't have to put my capital investment, no risk involved. But for me, building up this business, not only responsible for my life, I can also take care of my children and our grandchildren. Nothing could be better than this. That's what really made me to decide Atomy business. And after decide to do business, I challenge it for the sales master in 3 months. And at the time, my little one was probably 6 months old. 6 months, not 6 years old, 6 months. I still need to change a diaper. I was still breastfeeding. And my first one was just after 2 years, just 2 years birthday. So if you meet a ladies who say, I don't have a time for Atomy, or I cannot really do this, tell them it is possible. When you really wanted to achieve your goal, what was my goal? I want to create Atomy business where I can inherit my income, and I want to retire as soon as possible. And I want to live a life with the financial freedom and freedom of time. Once I figured out I could achieve that with Atomy, I want to prove myself that I could do this business. The best way to judge myself, the best way to test myself is challenging for Sales Master. Once I decided to, if I have to challenge for Sales Master, what I need to do? I need to learn about Atomy. It's this something I haven't done it in my whole life, entire life. I've been an employee of certain companies, but I never be in this types of business before. So what I need to do, I took all my times to learn. Whenever there's a meeting, I attended it. I attended with a stroller. I mean, it wasn't an easy journey because our center was a second floor. I need to go up the stair with, one child on a hand, one hand with a car seat. But when you put your mind into the goal, nothing stops you. I know at the end of the day, my arms are hurting. Every part of the body is aching, but I had a hemohim for that to relax. So nothing really stopped me from getting information how to become sales master, what this business is all about. So even Saturday meetings, I never missed it. Every Tuesday meeting, I never missed it. Whenever there is meetings, I was the first one to be there to get the information. And once I start doing Atomy business, what happens? Every day, nonstop rejections. Once I start sharing Atomy, I would figure, you know what? I do have a very close friend on my Facebook, so I'm sure I prejudge. I'm sure they're gonna say yes. Okay, so I already have 15 members that I can register. Okay, so if I ask them, I think I can get 3 members from those people, so I can have easily 100 members. So I have those things figured it out in my head. I was excited to share Atomy to my friends, and one by one, they're saying no. I thought I could get easily yes from them, but slowly, easy. I don't want to get involved in net marketing. I'm not interested to buy the product. I'm getting no. If I really didn't see that clear vision that I could really create a passive income or pass it on that passive income to 3 generations, if I didn't believe it, probably I disappear or I decide not to do Atomy at that moment. But I don't know. I had a strong belief. And then I think the belief coming from listening to the CEO Hungry part. I never met him in my life. Somehow all the messages he shared through the YouTube, listening to him, made me believe that I can also make the success in Atomy. That 50 people that I really shared Atomy, I think probably 5 or 6 of them say yes, but most of them said no. Yes, of course you want to cry. There was a lot of crying moment. There was a lot of embarrassing moment, but nothing really stopped me. The 5 people who say yes, from then on, I keep share, and the 5, they increased to 15. But what amazing thing happened? Once you never stop sharing it at Atomy, even if you have a very limited people that you could, that's me. I have a very limited people that I could share at Atomy. But amazing things start happening. The person that I shared Atomy, she also starts sharing to other people. That's how your network starts growing. Everything starts from you. Once you not stop sharing it at Atomy, it can be duplicated to many of your consumers. Even if you don't ask them to share, they will share voluntarily for you. So getting non-stop rejection, actually, it's supposed to fuel you. It's supposed to encourage you to do more. Because as I mentioned, this is an opportunity, no risk involved. For me, sharing Atomy to others, they will say no, but they're not really personally saying no to me. I understood that from the beginning. That's why it didn't hurt me that much, because they just saying no to Atomy because they really don't know what is Atomy. I rejected my mom. So if I remember why I rejected my mom at first place, I could easily understand why my friends, my contacts reject me, because this is a name they never heard in their lives. And not many people will say yes to the network marketing opportunity. And there are many obstacles. When I joined Atomy in Canada at the time, our minimum amount to order for the free shipping, $350. So basically, we pay shipping fee all the time. How can we order 350 all the time? And when I joined, we didn't even have him in Atomy Canada website. I know, like Atomy UK, you don't have a Hemohim in Atomy UK Atomy shopping mall. Same in Canada. Canada, we had a skincare. I think we all had around like 40 number of product, but no hemohim. We need to get those products from Korea. When you think about it, there are so many things not helping me to do Atomy, not helping me to challenge sales master in 3 months. But I always believe in this quote. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. I have the desire, you know what? I want to prove. It's not that I want to prove to other people that Atomy is good. I just want to prove to myself, is it something that I could do it? Then how should I do it? So that planning for the sales master in 3 months and challenging for the sales months, I think I can say I learned half of the Atomy business concept and business manual, how to do it, how to follow up, how to contact people, how to face the rejection, how to overcome rejection. I think I learned all that in that short period of time. That's why when you attend some other meetings and even see Hangye Park, many of the leaders will tell you, challenge the sales master as soon as possible. That is the one biggest reason. That's the fastest way for you to really understand what Atomy all about. You're not going to get 100% of the Atomy information, but at least you will learn how this business is structured, how this business works. Because Atomy business, it's not your own business. Doesn't matter how smart you are, doesn't matter how many contacts I have, doesn't matter how much money I save in my bank account, I won't be able to achieve the Imperial Master or earning $50,000 on my own. Atomy is a teamwork business. So in order for me to really share to my partners, to my consumers, how to do Atomy, I need to experience, I need to walk the road first. So for me, did I achieve it in 3 months? Yes, I did. For 2 weeks, I think I didn't start. After I breastfeed my second daughter, after I changed diapers, I start inputting the PV, and probably it will finish around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. If it was not to me, impossible. Probably I fell asleep already. But beside, I had a pack of hemohim, so I'm zipping hemohim and inputting the orders, still contacting partners. When you put your mind into the goal, success, nothing really stops. You don't even feel your body is tired. So I achieved my sales master in 3 months, and everything kind of starts from there. And I really gained my confidence. You know what? I don't have a business experience. I never done network marketing before. I did it. This is how I do it. Okay, I have no problem doing it. So start from there. We start with a small. See, my girl is only probably 2.5. Small group. Nobody would like to have a meeting. People think that when you come to a meeting, we talk about money. When you come to a meeting, people think that we're gonna push them to buy the product. So it wasn't easy to set up a meeting, but one lady gathered, second lady gathered, and one home meeting set up and setting for another meetings. So it's nonstop of doing the same thing. And 2016, that's when I heard that Atomy will be expanding to the Philippines. So to me, that was the first global brand that I could experience. And for some reason, I do have a lot of Filipino partners in Canada. So I had a huge hope in the opening of Atomy Philippines. This is just the one picture. I have tons of pictures which I took in the Philippines. I visited 9 different cities. So when I asked some of the Filipino partners, you know what, Aeri, I'm a Filipino, but you visited more cities than I ever visited when I was living in the Philippines. I had a huge hope of getting the market in the Philippines, but result wasn't successful. But do I regret of going to the Philippines? No, to me, it was the greatest asset. So I know what I need to do for the next country, what I can implement some of the things that I have done in the Atomy Philippine journey, and I can change something to the new country opening, and the experience that I had from the Atomy Philippine tour, I'll be able to share to some of the partners. Okay. And this was a picture of me with my family. See, all those little girls, now they are 8 and 10. So time has passed, and this is the first Success Academy in Toronto. So Atomy Canada opened since 2011, but they haven't really had a big Success Academy. So it was a first Success Academy, 2015. We first had with a CEO Hangul part. And it was the first time for me to be on the stage and present the company product, company information and a product. I don't know how to speak in front of the people, and I'm a very shy person. So if there is a way, I try not to talk in front of people. But when it comes to Atomy, I say yes first and figure it out how to do it later. So when the opportunity came, at the time, there are not many people who speaks English who can present on a stage. So when Atomy Canada said, would you like to present Atomy product and the company at the Success Academy, CEO 100 part will be there. I didn't think about how I'll be doing it, how nervous I'll be. I just excited that, you know what, for Atomy, I'll do it. And after I say yes, I think for whole months, I wasn't able to eat properly. I was like nervous. I didn't know what to say, but that experience gave me courage to, talk to many people. It's not scary to talk to people. Sharing what you love, it's fun. I'm not on the stage to sell any product. I'm on the stage to share how amazing Atomy is. So just starting from there, Atomy Canada sometimes ask me to share compensation or products. So it was a great experience for me to share Atomy to many people. So for me to grow the market or expand my consumer group, try many things. And I'm sure those are the things that you also be doing it in your own places. Right? Home meetings. Before pandemic, yes, every weekend. I didn't have a weekend. I basically worked Monday till Saturday. Monday till Sunday. Monday to Sunday, it's a work day. No weekends, because the weekend is busier because most people will be staying at home and they'll be inviting us. Can you present at me this place? Can you present at me in that place? Weekend. Because it didn't really bother me for not resting, because I knew once I earned that financial freedom, what will happen? I can retire early and I can enjoy all my free times anywhere I want it. I visited Indonesia 2018 also. So all the things that I did and didn't go well, I implemented to Atomy Indonesia. So some failure that I have experienced in Atomy. Yes, the word failure, or failing some plans, it's not a happy thing. And of course, your motivation, your mood, everything will be down for a minute. I will say minute, because you have a next goal to achieve. And the bad thing is, you will always be able to learn from your failure. It's not an end of the world. I failed because timing wasn't right. The people that I met wasn't right. Maybe I didn't present well. There must be some reason. What I need to do, find the reason what I failed, and then I changed a little bit. I implemented and go on again. So non-stop home meetings. I cannot even count how many homes that I have visited, how many families that I have met. And I think every weekend I had a Filipino food, because every place we go, people always have my favorite food, a pancit, palabo in their table. So I always enjoy the Filipino food and visiting new places. Everything, when it comes to Atomy, every day is a new journey. So before I go on to talk about what types of mindset we should have it in Atomy business can be easy or hard. It's very hard to put it in a one sentence. But Atomy, it's a business. Atomy is a business where we got it as a free. So since we got it as a free, we received this amazing opportunity as a free, people not really appreciating how amazing it is. And people just wanting to make that 50,000 residual income by doing nothing. People think that, I tried a product. When is my $50,000 coming? I have some people, Aeri, I joined. Yes, I tried a product. I register one people. I register another people. When is my commission coming? It's a business. Without our time, investment without without doing all the legwork at the first to build up the business. Doesn't matter how amazing Atomy is, Atomy will not give us a free commission. The first commission, I'm sure most of you have experienced the commissions already. When you experience the first commission, keep that excitement. That $70, I mean, in Canada, it's $70. I know in UK, it's like 45 pounds. So let's say that first experience, some people, wow, only 45 pounds? I worked this hard. But always remember, we are not here to make the 45 pounds. By learning how to make the 45 pounds, it will eventually lead us to create, I would say 30,000 monthly pounds. Don't be discouraged because you're getting commission just once a month or just once in 2 weeks. For us working hard towards getting more commissions, it will eventually help us to make the residual income that we want. Right? Then what types of mindset that we should have in order to succeed in Atomy? I mean, this is something many of the leaders and the CEO will mention it during his lectures. First, what we should have an ownership mindset. This is the one thing that many people are lacking. People think Atomy is very easy business. Yes, it seems easy at first because no monthly fee, no annual fee, no packages to purchase at first. So people think, oh, very easy to join. Okay, I'll just buy products. So some people just buy one box of a toothbrush and expecting to get a commissions already. But still, Atomy is a business where we can make how much? I mean, I'm just going to say in Canadian dollars because that's what I usually do. Let's make $50,000. It's an opportunity where we can make $50,000. So I'm sure it's not easy to do it. So we need to learn. We need to take the ownership by taking a responsibility of learning how to do it. Without the taking of ownership, what will happen? We start complaining to other people. People who doesn't take the ownership, oh, I didn't get commission because of my sponsor. Oh, I didn't get a commission because my partner who didn't buy the product. Oh, my consumers, I spent the time explaining. I registered them, but they're not buying the product. When we're not taking the ownership, the blame goes to all the other people. But once we start taking the ownership, everything becomes easy. I'm not making much commission because I didn't work hard enough. I didn't share to that many people. I didn't follow up with that many people. Yes, when I was doing it, I hear my partners are complaining about me. I said, it's your business, it's my business, it's our business. But you're not working for me. I'm not working for my sponsor. We're working for our own Atomy business. And by working together, we will help each other to achieve our goal. So what I told them, you can complain about me whole night, whole months. It's okay, but it's not going to stop me of doing it at me, and it's not going to make me make less commission. But if you take the ownership of your own business, you will understand. You will also understand that you don't want to waste your time complaining about your sponsor or complaining about your partners or consumers. For consumers not buying, that's one thing that I have realized when I was making a lot of mistakes at the beginning. I registered many people at the booth. I remember when I show you how I shared Atomy, I also had an Atomy booth. I purchased a booth and I share. So it's like an Atomy exhibition. I did it every weekend and I was able to get a lot of membership from that event. I registered those people, but nobody buys. And at the an year later, what would happen? Their ID gets expired. Whose fault is it? At first, I blamed those people. Oh my God, Atomy is so amazing. How come you didn't buy? I spent my time explaining. I spent my time registering all of you on the website. Ordering is so easy. What is stopping you? So my blame goes to all those people who didn't listen to me. But later, when I really sat down, once I start taking the ownership, it's my business, and I need to figure out what happened to those people, why I let those ID get expired. It was my fault. For me, just assuming that they will understand about Atomy, they will understand how to do online shopping, just leaving them, neglecting them. I didn't follow up well. Probably I didn't know the importance of a follow-up, and just assuming, because still, there are people who's very new to online shopping, so they don't even know how to input orders. They don't even know how to put the product into the cart. Some ladies, yes, I love to order, but I don't know how to put in the cart. Simple. To me, simple. I'm just click and it will go to the cart right away. But some people who never done online shopping, that's hard. Because what people think, people just think that, the cart we see when we go to the shopping mall, people think that they will be putting in those carts. Yes, everybody have a different understanding level. Everybody have a different experiences. So I learned I need to think in their shoes, in their perspective. To me, online shopping easy. I mean, why would you scare using your credit card? But in their shoes, yes. So when I started realizing all those things, everything started to change. So everything changed when I started having the ownership mindset. Everything goes well. Yes, it's a help of all the consumers, team members. Everything goes wrong. Instead of start blaming other people, I started to think, what did I do wrong? What I haven't done it correctly. So taking the ownership also helped me to focus on the business and help me encourage me to really move forward. So I think once we all have the ownership mindset, you will know. You will visit Atomy office one more time and you will try to learn about Atomy product. It's our product. It's my product. People think that, Atomy online shopping mall, it's Atomy's. No, it's mine. It's yours. When you log in with your ID, what name shows up? Does it say Atomy? No, it will say Arjoyce. It will say Aeri. It's my online shopping mall. And all the products selling it in the shopping mall, it's my product. So I need to be diligent about checking what's a new product or what's good about using those products and how to use those products. What are some of the ingredients? That's taking the ownership. And by having the ownership mindset, you will understand. You will gain more confidence to share Atomy. And once you have the confidence, doesn't matter what types of rejection you'll be getting it. Yes. Imperial Master said, I even get a rejection these days. We think that Imperial Masters will never get rejections because they are the top. But Atomy is a people business. We cannot be loved by all those people. So when we share, even Imperial Masters share Hemoim, some people will say no. But they will be able to bounce back quickly because that confidence, that strong confidence they have for Atomy. From the moment we take the ownership of Atomy business, rejection is not going to bother you anymore. And if rejection still bothers you, do you remember what Srm Park said? Law of your own mind. Our job is to share. We cannot make a decision of whether they're going to be a member or not, whether they're going to buy a product or not. It's their decision, our consumers, our prospects' decision to make. Only thing we responsible is to share. And more you share, more great chance you'll be able to have it with your Atomy business. And the second, I think the positive mindset you will hear from many, many, many places. How can we talk about success without the positive mindset? Have you read any book, a success person's book, talking about, oh yes, I was able to become successful with my negative mindset? Nobody will be able to use that word negative. When you look at all the success people, they will use a word positive in many chapters. And they will say it also. If they are facing a negative situation, if they need a negative person, they will do anything to go away from it. Negative energy is very powerful. So in order for them to become successful, in order for us to become successful, if we are meeting negative partner, we're meeting negative person, we're faced with a negative situation, we need to do everything to go away from it. With our positive mindset, this is something that we want to share to many of our partners. Once a person talk about negative stuff, what will happen? When we trying to make everybody become positive, it takes a lot of time. But one person just start talking about negative, in a few seconds, everybody become negative. That's how powerful, negative energy is. So every day we need to train ourselves to have that positive mindset. When you think about the word positive, all those good words comes to you, right? You need to be hopeful, right? You need to be generous. You need to be kind. You need to have all those things to have the positive mindset. And for you having the positive mindset, people wants to be with the person with a positive mindset. Atomy is a people business. Do you want to be the magnet of all those people coming to you? Then we should have the positive mindset. Starting by having a positive mindset, you will collect all those people around you who have a positive mindset. They will be coming to you. You're a magnet, right? And the last mindset I will talk about is the winner's mindset, winning mindset. That's a mindset I didn't have at first because I wasn't brave enough to really accept this opportunity because I never had that business mindset like many people do. Some people, when they see a great product, what do? Oh, it can be a great business opportunity. And I always wonder, how can a person come up with that idea? I don't have those entrepreneurial mindset. But in Atomy, we have the winning business. If you're still doubting that, can I really win in Atomy? Can I really make the $50,000? Can I really have that financial freedom? If you still have the doubt, I really recommend you to watch CEO 100% video until your doubt is removed. Once you still have a doubt within you, it's very hard for you to have the winning mindset. This is a winning business. You have the winning business. What does that mean? As long as you keep sharing, keep on focusing on, keep on building Atomy business, it's hard to fail. Only way failing Atomy, stop sharing, stop doing business. This is a famous quote from Imperial Master II. I'm not going to mention his name. Probably Arjoyce, it can be a trivia quiz. Who's the Imperial Master number 2? So he said, it's a miracle for not succeed in Atomy. Miracle is a good thing, but it's a miracle if you not succeed in Atomy. So do you want to make a miracle? No, we don't want to make a miracle. Making miracle means you're not becoming successful in Atomy. That's how amazing this business is. As long as you follow that 8 steps to success, which is C100 part always talk about, and daily ACOR that many leaders are asking us to have for the business habit, and do all the things that you need to do, build your business, grow your business. Atomy promised us that they will give us the commission, and Atomy promised us that $1 million cash bonus, Imperial Master cash bonus, is waiting for us. We have that winning business. So definitely we should have that winning mindset. Once you have a winning mindset, what will happen? Nothing really scares you. It makes you become courageous. And when you face challenges, you will see it as an opportunity. And when you have a winning mindset, one success, it's not gonna be satisfied for you. Once you achieve a certain goal, you'll be go for another goal, and you will achieve for another level until you finally reach the level that you want. But by having a winning mindset, you will always challenge yourself. You will always make yourself be knowledgeable with the environment you're in. right? So I'm sure there are so many mindset we could have, but I can summarize into like three big mindset, and that's always I remind myself to have it for me to continue with my Atomy business and Atomy journey. Yes, I know I try to make it short as possible because you already have a long hours of meeting, but thanks also all for listening, and in my next invite probably I'll share something else. Thank you, Arjoyce, and thanks team.